What's up, everybody? A few people have asked me about what's under the cover. A few people that I know back home who know the backstory on this car told me I need to share it with y'all. So this video, I'm just going to share the story on my Mustang. If anybody wants to hear it, I appreciate you listening. I won't be doing any wrenching on it in this video. What is it? It's a 1999 Mustang GT convertible. It is nothing special. It's not a low number car. It's not a Cobra. It's not a limited production. It's nothing crazy. I originally bought this car in 2008. I was going to use it as a daily driver. I bought an automatic on purpose because I was trying to avoid putting a load of money in it and go fast parts because I wanted to drive it and enjoy it. And that lasted about 2 months, and the parts started to come in. I couldn't hold out any longer. I spent a lot of money on a lot of good parts, and in the end it wound up with a P1SC ProCharger, made about 340 horse at the rear wheels, and I was pretty much out of fuel pump at that point, which I did upgrade the pump at the time, but I didn't go big with it back then because in 2008, 2009, 2010, I didn't know as much as I know now about superchargers and turbos and everything else. At one point, I even thought that if you had a turbo, you were an idiot, and I quickly found out that I was the idiot, and I will supercharge turbo or put nitrous on anything now. So I'm man enough to sit here and eat crow and say that. I was an idiot when I was younger. But, so I bought the car to daily drive it. I went crazy with it. And I pulled this car out, detailed it from back to front, and cleaned out the interior. I mean, it got detailed every time this thing left the garage. And when I came home, I didn't care if it was 2, 3, 4 in the morning. It got back in the garage. It got wiped off. And this car, I had it for, I think about 20 months. And I changed the oil in this thing every month. And I didn't put that many miles on it, but I changed the oil religiously. I changed the rear end grease. Don't get me wrong, it didn't sit in the garage and get babied. I took it out and beat the snot out of it, but I took care of it. I mean, it looked like a show car every time it left the garage. And I sold it. I traded it for a motorcycle in 2010, in the spring of 2010. And I remember I met the man in Beckley, West Virginia, and he loaded it on a trailer. I watched my car getting on 77 South on a trailer, and my stomach turned. I got sick to my stomach. I told my buddy I think I made a mistake, and I've regretted getting rid of it ever since. So fast forward to 2016, I think, 17. I moved to Eastern North Carolina, and I knew the car was in North Carolina. That at least I knew 10 years ago, 11 years ago, that's where it went. So I got serious about looking for it. And contrary to what you see on TV, when you try and go to the DMV and say, hey, where's this car? They don't just tell you where it's at. They gave me an idea of where it was, and that was as far as I could get with it. I could not get any further than knowing the car was in North Carolina. I knew it had changed hands 5 times since I originally got rid of it in 2010, and that was as far as I got. So I tried a few other venues and outlooks to try and track it down a little bit more, and I couldn't get any further. So I pretty much gave up at that point. I said, you know, I'm never gonna find it. If it's meant to be, something will happen. Fast forward to March 2021. I was sitting in my chair. I just finished eating supper. Me and my wife cleaned the kitchen, and she sat down to grade some papers, and I sat down to watch TV, and I was scrolling through Facebook Marketplace on my phone, and I come flying out of the chair like my tail was on fire. My wife looked at me like I was crazy, and I was almost in tears, and I told her, I said, I found my car. She said, you're out of your mind. I said, baby, I'm telling you, this is my car. And I showed her the picture, and she said, well, you said it had black wheels on it. I said, somebody could have changed the wheels. I'm telling you, that's my car. So I messaged the guy, she messaged the guy. I had a few other people I know message the guy, so somebody could contact him. And out of everybody I got a hold of, he messaged back my wife, and we set everything up to go look at it. I remembered the VIN number from all them years, and we got there, and I pulled up behind the car, and I knew, seeing it from the back, I was like, that's it. I don't got to verify nothing. That's my car. And I walked up to it, and I got a little video clip I want to try and throw in here so y'all can see that.
Is it it?
I saw the VIN number, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I broke down, started bawling like a little girl. I did, because I just have such an emotional attachment to this car. It's unbelievable. So I made the deal with the man, brought the car home, put the wheels I had originally on it, I purchased, put back on there, checked it all out, found out that the engine actually had 3 busted pistons in it. So I pulled the engine out, I carried it up to Ohio to my buddy's machine shop, Rick Speedway Performance. Johnny's always done me right. He's taken care of me. He's always charged me fair, and he's always done phenomenal work for me. So I've been dealing with him since I was 15 years old. So until he decides he doesn't want to do it anymore, I will drive 710 miles to his place to take all of my stuff. I don't care. I trust him. That's who's touching my car. So the engine's getting new pistons, H-beam rods, main studs, head studs, mild port and polish on the PI heads. I really wanted to get trick flows, but I just don't have the money to get them. We're doing mild cam upgrade. I'm upgrading the impeller in the P1SC ProCharger. When it's all said and done, this thing should put down right at 500 at the rear wheels. Will be a pump gas engine. I don't have E85 readily available where I'm at. Plus, I want to be able to enjoy this car, meaning I want to be able to hop in it, set the cruise control, hit the AC, and drive 500 miles if I wanted. And I don't want to have to be looking for special gas or E85. So it'll be a premium fuel-only car, which I know it would make more power in E85. I get it. I'm not going to run 2 fuel systems on this car. This is not going to be a race car per se. I want to be able to drive it and enjoy it, you know. However, I am going to wind up putting, I don't know if it's going to be an 8 or a 10 point cage yet. It will be chromoly because convertibles are heavy. So I want to try and cut the weight down as much as I can. I'm going to redo all the intercooler piping out of aluminum because it's all steel now. Anything I can do to save weight on this thing, I'm going to do. So that's the plan with it. That's the backstory on it, which is kind of crazy. A lot of people think it's wild. You know, I wasn't even looking for it, and it popped up for sale. And here it is, 11 years later, back in my possession. And like I say, I'll never get rid of it again. And some people out there, it's just a Mustang. Yes, it is just a Mustang, but for some reason, this car, it has a special place right here. Don't know why. So, I'm not a Ford only or Mustang only fan. Over the years, I can't tell you how many Mustangs I've had. I can't tell you how many Camaro Firebirds I've had. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I honestly prefer the F-body platform. I'm a big fan of the 82 through 2002 Camaro Firebirds. I love that style. So, but for some reason, like I say, this car it's a special car to me. And a few people told me I just needed to share my story, and maybe y'all would get a kick out of it. So, like I say, what's going to happen from here, this is going to be a very, very time-consuming build because everything I want to do to it is very expensive, and it's going to take me a little bit of time to get the money together to pay for everything. I want it to be 100% the way I want it to be before it even rolls out of this shop. I don't want it to be, well, that's good enough for now. No, this thing will not move out of this shop good enough for now. It'll be done. But in the meantime, we got Melvin to finish up. We're very, very close on that. I got to finish the exhaust system. Fuel system done, wiring's all done. I just got to clean it up a little bit. I got to wire in a cooling fan, and we'll be hitting the road in that. I mean, that ain't a day's worth of work. We'll be ready to ride Melvin. I also have my eye on a couple other projects. I'm trying to get my hands on a few things that I think y'all be interested in seeing get back on the road. You know, I said it before, I can't stand seeing cars sit in the field somewhere or in a barn and knowing that they're never going to do nothing with them. You know, this thing's sitting here, but it's going to get done. You know, the engine's getting done right now. Parts will be arriving for it as I get money. It's just going to take a little time. But to see something sit knowing that it's just going to rot away, that makes me sick to my stomach. So, I found a couple G bodies, early 80s. Might have some plans for those. A buddy of mine's talking about building a big block nitrous car to go 8th mile racing. Maybe I can hurry up and persuade him into getting that project going because he told me he wants me to build it. So that's what's going on. That's the story on Betty. That's it, man. So I hope y'all like the backstory on it. Maybe there's some other people out there that understand what it means to have a car have a certain effect on you, even when it's nothing special to nobody else. So that's my Mustang, man. Y'all take it easy.